Hello and welcome, mp4. It's been 24 years since the seeds of the evolution of power and federalism were sown in this country. And the author of a fairly new book, Democracy and Economic Development in Ethiopia, Dr. Adisalem Balema, joins me to shed light on the topic. Very warm welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's been, almost 24 years since the initial attempt to devolve power, obviously from the center, was introduced in this country, right?
It's almost 24 years now. Ethiopia was a very centralized government, as you know, and the one of the reasons for the conflict was, as you know, it's a national question, national oppression. So people were fighting for their rights, for their identity, for their self-determination. So we had 17 armed groups in 1991. So when we invite them to come together and sit down for the international conference, we should...
of 1991.
1991, we had to show them that the whole has an entrance, at the same time it has an exit. That's why we invite everybody came and participated in that conference. Since that conference, we affirmed that there will be the nationalities and people's rights will be upheld, and there will be devolution of power. And
but there was no referendum, was there?
There was no need for a referendum because initially you can see from the objective reality one of the causes of the civil war was self-determination, national question, and in fact the major one. And when the military government was deposed, you have to come into one agreement, into union. Otherwise, Ethiopia would have been like Liberia or Somalia. And so, to avoid fragmentation, the EPRDF invited all warring factions to come together and sit in the international conference. So one of the, I can say, the attractive or people, the one that brings them together was the issue of self-determination. So it was clear that self-determination would be upheld, and there would be devolution of power, and nationalities will have their own rights and their own self-rule from the start. Then that was affirmed by the constitution, of course, afterwards. That was a referendum.
It was by decree. In 1992, you had this proclamation that the transitional government introduced in what were then the Transitional Council, right? That brought together different parties, political parties. They were not elected. But then that was the first proclamation that was tabled in regards to the devolution of power. Is that right? And there was no going back.
Yeah, but you know, when the country was in trouble, it was like it was divided in many. You know, there were, as I said, there were 17 and warring or armed groups, and they participated in the deposition of the military government. So, in order to bring them together, you have to show them that their question will be addressed. And not only the armed groups, but there were also a lot of political groups that were under, even in this country, when the Derg was in power. So you have to tell everyone that let's come together. We have those issues, like the self-determination, like democratic rights, freedoms, whatever. That was discussed in the international conference. So you have to show them that these issues will be discussed. They will be addressed.